Good morning, guys. Welcome to another vlog here with Wife Creature, and just going through some paperwork and fun stuff. Like I told you, it's just been really crazy the last couple of weeks with NZ and everything else. And unfortunately, I found out this morning that the Philippines trip has been canned because of the coronavirus. So everybody's super scared of getting a cold, and
it's been postponed.
Yeah, it's been postponed, and I'm probably going to head over to the Philippines July now. So as much as it's like, oh damn, I can't go on the trip, it's a bit of a lifesaver as well, because we've just been so busy behind the scenes. Everything's going to chill out a lot once we start to get money coming back to the account, and once the track's like pumping again. But right now it's just like tense. It's tense at home, it's tense at the track. We just need to get up and running again properly. And basically get all that weight off our shoulders, I guess. Would that be the best way to explain it?
Mm-hmm. Stop going drifting.
Yeah. What do you mean stop going drifting?
Last weekend. Been drifting all weekend.
Oh, Matsuri. Yeah, that I slipped and I went to Matsuri, but the bonnet flip trick was sick though. So yeah, had over a million views on Facebook with that, and over 400,000 views on the Hoonigan page, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what I need to do. It's definitely unintentional, but it'd be cool to have like a clickbaity, not clickbait, but just like a crazy clip on YouTube to help the channel get a bit of a spike. But I'm still enjoying it, still having a rad time. We've got a bunch more work to do down at the track today, and I'm going to maybe start trying to get some stuff done on the 8.6. See how we go. Alright, this is how it looks after its first night of somewhat abuse. It's super dusty. Well, I say super dusty. Obviously, it was a wet night last night, so obviously everyone was drifting around. And basically, what will happen for the next couple of events, it'll just take that sort of top layer off, the little bit of the dust and stuff off the top of the concrete, and spread it all around. And you can see. But the general consensus we've got so far is everyone was loving it. It's really grippy, especially in the wet last night. You could really see the difference. Super grippy, which is fantastic. And it's grippy in the parts you really want it grippy. So we're super stoked on where it's grippy. I'm gonna go over to this other section over here where it was getting used as well. Go have a look at that bit. Really windy down here, which is kind of good because it's dry and it's pretty hot and it's windy, so it means all this dirt will dry up faster and we can get it put in where it's meant to be. So yeah, this corner was getting absolutely hammered last night. Like I said, very dusty. There's a lot of there's definitely dust on the surface, so it's going to take a little while to sort of fully get the the stuff off the top of the surface. But overall, the consensus from everybody was they were loving it. It looked awesome to see people drifting it, especially when people were sort of going up that embankment. It's not even a huge embankment where they were drifting on it last night, but it was so noticeable when the cars went up it. It just looked so sick. Tomorrow morning, these barriers are going up on top of the wall. We're just waiting for bobcats and whatnot to come and move all this dirt around. So fingers crossed it happens very soon. We need to move some of these concrete blocks and stuff into place so then the dirt can cover back over those and create sort of a bit of a mound here for a future extension. And yeah, track didn't stress me out last night. It was very, very wet last night. Rained the entire night at our beginner night, and the track looks good, which is amazing because normally that stuff just absolutely stresses me out, but last night it went awesome and I didn't have anything to stress about. Seeing the concrete used for the first time was just phenomenal. It does look very messy at the moment though, because obviously there's lots of dust and stuff that's gone everywhere. It normally does look like that after a wet night anyway, but it's even extra worse because of the concrete dust. But man, I am freaking stoked, man. The guy's coming down the Bobcat hopefully soon to get all this dirt situated. I can't wait for Thursday, man. If you're watching this on Thursday morning, make sure you come here Thursday night. We're opening up for the very first time. You're gonna see me and a bunch of other people hitting this berm for the very first time on Thursday night. I cannot stress, it's gonna be sick. And then we're gonna do like an official opening on Sunday. So It will be open Thursday, but there's going to be even we're really going to push the whole Sunday event because we want the Sunday to be huge, and new track, new this, new that. It's going to be sick. So thanks for joining me for the ride, guys. It's been pretty wild. Man, seeing it like this is mental. I love coming up here and looking at the track, but then seeing the new corner, how huge it is compared to the way it used to be. Man, I can't wait for the crane to be here. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. That wall's going up. All the dirt's gonna be where it needs to be, man, and I'm so freaking excited. This is sick. It just looks phenomenal. I'm so proud, so proud. And not a great example, but I wanted to park my Raptor up there to give you sort of an idea of what cars will sort of look like. Obviously, drift cars will look far better on here than a Raptor, but you're gonna be able to like see the bonnet and the roof, and like, it's gonna be pretty sick. The motley crew. So I'm gonna grab my 350Z. I was gonna use Coffee Guys 31, but then I just looked inside it and there's tools and there's crap everywhere. I'm not gonna potentially jump. No, because I don't want tools flying around inside your car.
Oh, that's an excuse, mate.
But there is a hump in the track leading into this corner. I'm gonna hit it at like drift speeds, but I'm not gonna drift because I'm not allowed to. It's not now time. But I'm gonna see if the car sort of gets light. I just did it with the Raptor, which I'll show you like now. You can see the car gets like light and lifts, so let's try that again, but with a car that doesn't have a lot of suspension like the Raptor, and see if the car sort of gets light. I'm gonna try it. It's just normal movement, right? Jump forward a bit. This is somewhat what it's going to look like when you're styling on the bank. So, you can see from like head high here, you're looking like over at the car. Damn, thing looks pretty good. Photo shoot right there. Alright guys, so while I was just driving around the track then and I was doing the little jumpy things, I've worked out where my issue is with my front suspension that has been making a little bit of a clonking noise, and I've been wondering what it is and trying to work it out. I finally found it out. So this here is catching on that edge. So I'm gonna bash that as well as raise the car. So I'm gonna raise the car up a bit. As much as I don't want to raise it, I'm gonna need to raise it a bit and get it at a more usable ride height, and that way I'll get rid of that issue of that bottoming out on there and get a bit more drivability out of the car as well, because there's only so low I can go and get all the camber out with the rear setup that I run, because I like to run the spring bucket style rather than a standalone coilover. So I'm going to get this sorted out, then I'm going to get onto GK Tech and make an order for some new suspension arms for the rear, because of the ones that I've bent and broken I still haven't replaced from that crash I had at Wakefield. So I'm going to start basically working on this car and getting it schmick. Okay, so we've gone up what's scientifically known as a thumbs width, which should give us about an inch more travel at the front. And now I'm going to just bash this thing across that it's getting caught on for when it does get the big compressions, and hopefully that'll help the front of this car a lot. Won't look as cool, but it'll definitely be more usable, and I won't have to stress as much about things breaking, etc. Alright, I'm going to apologise to you all in advance. I've raised up the 350Z a lot. I've raised it up a good inch or two at the front and probably another inch at the back as well. I'm just trying to get more drivability, get more grip back into the car, and then like I said, we lifted up the front. Hopefully the front's going to feel a lot better now. Definitely looks like it's going to feel better, so I'm excited to try it all out. It looks good. I think it's going to feel good, and in general, I'm very excited to try it, but yeah, it's definitely a lot higher than it was. Oh well. Look at this. All right, another thing we're getting the opportunity to do right now is coffee guy is going hard. He's like coffee mechanic guy now, but he's here working on, he just got my driver's door working again, which is great because that wasn't working. And he's in the middle of putting my F1 mirrors on. Kid. Alright, I'm just going to be straight. This is not the prettiest car in the world. It's never going to be the prettiest car in the world, but it bloody works, and it works really well. So, got F1 mirrors going on. They don't actually look terrible, to be fair, but the standard mirrors on a 350Z are very expensive to buy, and you can get these F1 style ones off eBay for like, I think I paid about $20 or $30 for them. So they're a really good option for the 350Z if you're using it as a thrash car and don't want to be replacing expensive mirrors all the time. So that's the choice I've gone to there. And over the next couple of vlogs, I'm going to start working on inexpensive, aka free mods that you can do to a car because I have no money at the moment. So it's all about economics, how to make things as cheap as possible, like I said, with that water sprayer setup we've done, and working on things like the mirrors I already had, but water sprayers so the car's more economical on tyres. We're going to start making this car lighter as well. I'm going to come down with a grinder and start cutting stuff out of this car, and I want to make up like a rear bash bar setup, but yeah, let Coffee Guy continue with those mirrors and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So down here doing a lot of manual labor, doing just trying to lift all the, get all the dirt in on the edges of the track, get it all packed in, and then we're going to go and get all the stuff done at the top. And then when the bobcats and stuff get here later on, that's when we're going to basically try and get all the dirt over the back of the bank. And it's all happening, guys. She'll be ready for Thursday. Look at them go. Look at the boys go. Yeah, the boys. So getting all that dirt out there, and then we've got a whacker packer here. We're gonna whacker packer it all in. And talking to John, my landlord from the Speedway, he's saying this dirt, this clay that we've got that we're using, if we pack it in and wet it and stuff, it goes rock hard. So we may not even need to concrete this edge down here. He said literally, if you let it go hard properly, you'll be leaving skid marks on it. So that could save us a little bit of money and be a good thing, but we'll see how things go. But with any luck, we get it packed in, it'll be super hard, super nice. And we got Danny boy again on the little loader and his little tip truck here. He loads it up like crazy. Danny boy, getting in the way here, but yeah, I'll take this over and offload it into the sections where we need it in a sec. It's all getting done down here. We're all filthy, we're all dirty. But the boys are going hard, eh? The machines down here, with our tyres up. So this is sort of, when people come through here, if they stuff up their scando, if they do end up in the wall, they'll kind of tap it there. We've had a few people just tap the tyres, nothing bad, but just like, that's where, if they're gonna tap the tyres, like, or tap the wall on if they stuff up their scando, that's where they'll do it, and that's why we put the tyres there. And we've been very successful with that, hasn't caused any damage in the past. The boys are absolutely going hard though, it's sick. Trying to get rid of this water that's accumulated down here. Once all the dirt's in there, it won't happen anymore, obviously. Cheech going hard as hell.
It's like rowing a boat down the river.
Backfilling over the back of the bank now. We're going to get this all smoothed out, ready for the Thursday night as well. It's all happening, guys. It's just taking time, but it's all going to happen. Scarlett, what are you doing? You helping?
It feels nice.
Hey Daddy, what are you doing?
You exfoliating your feet? So Scarlett's down here this afternoon giving us a hand. She's already blown off her pluggers and now she's having fun in the mud. Muddy puddles, huh?
Yeah! Jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
So good, just let them be kids. Where are we going? No, we're going sushi.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't go on the road. Sushi tray. Alright guys, back home here at the house now. Didn't get a chance to do anything on the 8.6 day, as you can see. We're absolutely flat out down at the track. But 350 is ready to send for tomorrow. It's ready for a send. I've got to get up super early in the morning. Tiana's out doing some exercise sports thing. Yeah, believe it or not, she does exercise. And I've got both the kids, so when she does get home, I'm going to head back down to the track and see where they're at. But pretty much we're going to be ready for the walls, so I'll meet you guys down there in a sec. So I'm back at the track now. It's 9 PM. We're still going hard. We're getting the outside of the track done. Basically, it's going to end up like you can see behind me here. So it'll be a rolled off edge. It'll be perfectly safe for drifting. And basically we're going to have that done and we're going to leave it like that for pretty much about 2 weeks, just for the concrete to go extra hard. And at that point we'll start bringing in trucks to completely fill that area behind us. We don't want to go crazy with trucks and stuff over the concrete quite yet. And that's why we're getting that crane in and stuff, because this little Daihatsu that we've got out there now is, you know, it's not too heavy. It's only like 6 ton versus, you know, potentially 60 ton with a bigger dirt truck. So we're just being smart with it. This is going to be absolutely perfectly safe. You'll be able to run off, and it's a very gradual fall. So you know, you'll slide down. Worst case scenario, we'll have to like tow people out of there if it's muddy. And overall, man, I'm super stoked. Concrete is there. King's Concrete and Construction still out here. He had another job today, then he's back out here getting this job finished off. But another bit over there that still needs to be done, so they'll be here quite late tonight. I'm going to hang around for a bit, but not for too long, because I'm going to be back here at 7 in the morning, and I'm going to edit this video for you guys, so keep you up to date with what's going on, because, man, this is exciting. Well, you know how it is, guys. When you're with the boys, one thing leads to another, and next thing you know, you're doing a jump in your raptor. To be fair, that's a perfect kicker for it.
That was, yeah, it was actually pretty good. Good way to test out the rigidity of the concrete.
Yeah, look, that was fun. Not gonna lie. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the vlog right there. I'm gonna head home. The boys are just gonna, well, you guys are going home as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so all these boys are going home as well. The guys on the machines are going to keep going and get the job done. And I'll be out here at 7 o'clock in the morning with a 100-ton crane getting these walls moved. So I'll be able to show you some of that tomorrow, the finishing processes of getting this track underway, and then the first send of the new drift section. I'm going to be the first one on the track. Yeah, of course. I'm going to try it backy first lap because I just want to do it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in tomorrow's vlog where it's going to get loose.